There was some misinformation. The minister was informed, well, let me just not say misinformation, he was actually informed, whether rightly or wrongly, that among the 100 girls that were to be married out, there were 50% of them were minor. And for that reason, they were not ripe for marriages. And on hearing that, the minister herself felt so touched because she is the mother and she knows what it means to marry out girls that are not ripe for marriage. Don't forget that within the purview of her ministry, she is in charge of the women, the children, and gender. So sexual based violence and other harmful practices to children and women are issues that, of course, she needs to nail to the bud as much as possible. So when that information got to her, she felt agitated and she felt surprised. And the best she could do at that time, because date has been fixed for this marriage as 24th of the month of May. So the best she could do at that point was to get a court injunction to stop the marriage first of all, and then go into investigation to know whether or not those informations were true. It was in the course of getting that injunction that the speaker also was misinformed that the minister had said that marriage must not hold. And of course, that was not the intention of the minister. Like I said in there, her intention was the right thing to be done. And of course, she also felt that if those women, even if they are of ripe age for marriage, they need also to be well empowered. Because if you have listened to her since her inception in that ministry, she has been very passionate about empowering the women, sustainable empowerment, not just empowering them. So most times when people train women, train them and then leave them, especially the development partners, what they do most times is that they come with millions of dollars and then train these women and leave them there without empowerment. And she felt that you train a woman without really giving her sustainable empowerment is like having done nothing. So she felt we need to have these women empowered properly so that they can be self-sustained. They can have themselves to be taken care of. And of course, take care of their children unborn and of course their spouses. That is the reason why we are here today. Okay. The minister trusts my judgment in the first place. That is why she sent me here. But what we have seen, except otherwise, from those that we have seen on ground, there are no minor. But we're also calling that let it be limited to the people we have seen here today. Let it be that those we have seen are the women that are concerned. They are the women that are ought to be married out. Because sometimes the minister, one thing she frowns at, which of course I have seen the Sarkin Sudan, that is the man of his word. He gave the minister his word that he's going to do everything possible to ensure that the right thing is done. And I'm very convinced that the women we have seen here today are the right women to be married at. And that is the conviction that I have, and that is the information and message I'm taking back to her, that I've seen the women and there are no minor amidst them. In fact, from all indications, some of them are even some of them are they widows from the other elderly ones we have seen. We have seen some of them are widows and of course ripe for marriage and may have even been married before now and of course going into marriage for the second time. So I think we have this information to take back to her.
First of all, we have to thank God Almighty Allah that intervened into this whole aspect. What I came to realize there is a communication gap in between the whole issue, and it was Almighty Allah that made me to come in where we find a solution to all these problems. And I'm appealing to all the Nigerians, all the people that are involved into these matters. Please, they should calm down. The problems here is a communication gap. And we thank Almighty God. We are here now in Kontagora. We resolve things amicably. Because I promised the Minister for Women Affairs that I'm going to take in charge of everything. And I asked her to allow me to come back to Kontagora, which I did. Before I even came back, I set a committee that would do that. And as you can see, her representatives are here and they have seen to themselves all the necessary things, the test whatsoever, they have seen it to themselves. So everything is in order.
I'm very relaxed and very happy because both the minister and I have come to terms, and today we've seen the result of that collaboration. It has yielded a fruitful result with the intervention of His Highness, the Emir of Kontagora. Finally, all the insinuations that have been going viral about this marriage appears to be wrong. Her team came, they've seen these girls by themselves, they've also seen the husbands. And for the first time too, I'm coming across them, I've seen the husbands. And we're all in agreement now that they are of age, they are of maturity, and they have given their consent to the whole entire arrangement. So I'm happy because the minister and I are on the same page, and she has intervened same way that I have intervened for the lives of these girls, and it's a win-win situation for all of us.